that affect the information going in to be processed and the action messages going back out. So here we have a beautiful picture. This is an MRI picture that shows the side view of a brain, spinal cord, and bones of the neck and upper back. Now what we have here is a beautiful image. What it shows is all of these bones in a flexible, movable position. So there's no crimping, squeezing, compressing onto that system. We need to have it open and clear like this for the messages to go in and out. If there is one that's wrenched out of position, that's putting a squeeze on the hose, so to speak, then it alters that proper function, and that's called the subluxation. Now, the subluxation again is that misalignment that creates the disconnect, the interference, the disconnect with the mental impulses going in and out of the brain. So one of my professors said if you want to understand what a scientific word means, you break it up into its parts. Subluxation has three parts. Subluxation. Think submarine, okay? Sub means below or under. Marine means the water, okay? So you broke up that, you understand what a submarine does. So a subluxation, sub, below, less, under, lux, is light and energy. Think of mental impulses, those electrical impulses, light, energy, flashing back and forth, carrying messages. Ation is simply a little particle of a word that you stick onto the end that means a condition or state of being. So basically, if you have a subluxation, a below light energy state of being, it's like you've got a dimmer switch on your life that dims down the whole function of your body. And then it's not able to be its best, okay? It's really quite simple. So the purpose of the chiropractic adjustment, this fellow right here, D.D. Palmer, he was the discoverer of chiropractic in 1895. 1895. I had one patient come in, she was in her late 70s. She says, I really want to get my husband in here, but he doesn't go for this newfangled chiropractic stuff. And I said, well, is he over 110 years old? Because this was a few years back. She turns her head to the side a little bit like, I don't get what you're saying. I said, well, is he over 110 years old? And she's like, no, he's not. I said, well, chiropractic's older than him. How can it be newfangled? And she's like, oh. And so she ends up getting him in. He starts getting better. He starts, getting a better quality of life. So that's the happy ending to that story. But D.D. Palmer, back in 1895, he had this idea in his head. He wanted to know why some people got sick or diseased while their neighbor or somebody working at the same workbench or in the same shop didn't. It's sort of like if somebody walked in here and sneezed germs all over the place. Some people would come down with a cold and others wouldn't. What is at play there? Is it the germs? Well, it's not necessarily the germs, because if it was, then everybody would get sick at the same time. I mean, I'm exposed to germs all the time. I mean, there's people coughing, sneezing, and snotting all over the place. I don't know about you, but yeah, I go out into the public. I haven't been sick. This is really amazing, because I was a very sickly person before I discovered chiropractic. And I was going to go to med school, it was kind of my passion. I wanted to, help people. But every season that changed, I would have allergies, I would get sick. I missed a 10-day Appalachian Trail backpacking trip in the middle of summer because I got the flu. Who gets the flu in the middle of summer, right? A weakened individual. So, got into chiropractic. My mom dragged me in there. It wasn't until about 6 months later, when I'm sitting in chiropractic college, learning about the immune system, and my professor says, yeah, there's a study that shows that chiropractic patients have a 200% stronger immune system because their body is able to communicate with the brain and fight off infection better. I didn't pay attention to a word he said for the rest of that hour. That had me blown away because it was 6 months. I had moved to Atlanta. I had changed a lot of stresses. I missed 2 seasons of getting sick. And haven't gotten the flu, a cold, any of that stuff since. Blew me away. I was really amazed. So, what D.D. Palmer said, you know, because there's different levels of helping people's quality of life. There's helping people feel better, there's helping people function better, and there's helping people achieve what they were meant to achieve here in this world. Now, if you want to feel better, we can probably help you with that. If you want to function better, well, you know what? We can help with that too. But what we really get excited about around here is helping you find your purpose for being here. Because I believe, I don't know what you believe, but I believe we came into this world, into the physical, to achieve something. We came here for a purpose. That's what I believe. And that's what D.D. Palmer believed as well. And what he found was, what he said the purpose of chiropractic was, the purpose of the chiropractic adjustment is to reconnect man the physical with man the spiritual, so that the finite may know itself as the infinite. Wow, that's pretty deep right there. People come in, well, I just want to feel better. Okay, that's fine. But look at what's going on behind the scenes, okay? You know, this is what I have got in my forefront of my brain in thinking about when I see, when I touch, when I seek to help someone. It's helping reconnect them with their true source, with their true purpose.